some running activity. That 8-point came right down by me as soon as I got light this morning, and then a spike, and then that 8-point circled down around and kicked up them does. And I think that one is in heat. She's got her tail up, but I'm excited. That's what we're looking for. It's just not the buck that we want, but that's awesome. Love to see it. November 2nd, we're in public land, and it seems to be happening, so stay tuned. Well, I'm in a new spot, November 2nd. I hunted the top of this little bedding area in the bottom of this little creek. It's a little creek bottom. And I've seen a few scrapes around this area. I call it like a thermal hub over to my right. Like it just dips down. The first couple times I scouted this, I pushed deer out of there. I've kicked deer out of this thicket right in front of me. Just when I'm scouting, I'm just walking, and so I feel like this can be a decent setup. I hunted the top of this last night, and a good group of does came up out of here. Like I said, there's sign, there's deer. We're on the bottom side of it. Our wind is getting sucked right down to the creek here, and it's November 2nd. Anything can happen, baby. We know there's a couple big ones in this state land, but I'm sure there's more shooters that I don't know about. I didn't see him coming. There's a lot of beech limbs and branches and stuff. Doe came up first. He came behind her. Then I saw at that point one other 8-point with him. But that 8-point behind him bedded down. The smaller 8-point snort wheezed, and then the big guy snort wheezed. I think it's because they saw one of these smaller bucks coming in. We've seen a lot of bucks, but I missed that buck at 36 yards. I put my 30, top of his heart, thinking he was gonna drop a little bit. He was acting a little bit of alert just because he was looking at these other bucks or whatever, but I watched it sail right underneath him. That's hunting, man. I just gotta be thankful for all these great opportunities. 2 encounters with a big mature state land buck. I'm loving this stuff. I think sometimes you learn more. You hunt more, you hunt harder because of your failures sometimes, so we're gonna stay pumped. You're gonna miss if you're in this game long enough, so you gotta learn to enjoy it all. Just keep trying everything you can, and hey, we're having a blast out here. November's here. You never know what could happen. Stay tuned.
Well, it's November 3rd and we're heading back out for the afternoon hunt. Some of you may wonder, how you pick yourself back up after having a couple close calls but not coming out with the prize. And it's quite simple for me, I guess. I've done this long enough to know that more than anything, a hunter will battle his mental self. And if you can get up and do it right every day, no matter what the outcome is, because 1, you love it, and 2, you know that it's going to happen again eventually, especially as you get better and you learn from your mistakes, but also takes a little bit of forgiveness. Hey, it's a game of inches. I'm willing to play the game. I know there's other deer in here, and I truly hit the woods with the best attitude, knowing that whatever's meant to be is going to happen. So and I love it. I love the failures, and I love the success stories. And really, my failures make my success even better. I mean, we're gonna go back in there, and who knows, that hot doe may bring him back to me tonight. If he don't tonight, we got a couple more weeks. So let's go, New York, baby. Well, there's definitely a lot to unfold there in that exciting, one of the most exciting hunts that I've had with the content and the deer and the snort wheeze, and it wasn't like they came running in and I had no time to get any footage. So it was just an awesome, altogether, I couldn't ask for anything better other than the shot, obviously. And a lot of people may talk about not posting their failures, and I think that it's great to show everything for me. Unfortunately, the year that I had in 2024 archery season ended up with disappointment in many factors, but to show the success without the kill, I think, is very important to me. It is steps. I could say the steps that even not bringing home the deer this year was it was still success. To get that footage, to get that close, to get multiple encounters with that size and age class of a deer was very, very pleasing for me. Even though there is letdown, I have to keep myself motivated. But as you can see throughout that video, a lot happens in the deer stand, and you're trying to reel it all in the moment and capitalize on your opportunities. But that deer did. I mean, it was just bad timing. I went to adjust the camera arm, and he he had kind of just looked up. Thankfully, I did have a great backing when I had looked up later and realized that, you know, I try to set up when I do that. A lot of times saddle hunting, you will get silhouetted if you don't try to anticipate what you have for a backing. So I had nice pine tree backing, so I wasn't skylined, but if I was, I don't think that deer would have hung around at all. But fortunately, because he was in the moment with the other bucks around trailing a doe, sometimes you can fool a big guy like that. I luckily did. Even though he caught movement. I don't think he related it with human. It just was, you know, I saw something in that tree. I'm not sure what it was. And then it kind of got dispersed by the other bucks snort wheezing, and he moved on. Still a little bit spooked, but I was able to get a shot even though I didn't make it. I believe that hunt would have played out a little bit different had he not seen me or caught movement, because I believe he would have came up a little bit more not so cautious and maybe even a closer shot. But hey, misjudgment on the, I mean, I knew the yardage, but I just misjudged where to put my pin, and it's a game of inches, man. So that was awesome. And you know, keeping that spirits up, I just want to talk about that, because throughout my hunting career, it does make a huge difference on your success throughout the season and how quick you bounce back. My biggest bow buck to date actually came 2 years ago, and it was the first week of October. Long story short, that buck I had killed 3 days after I wounded one. So it's all on how quick you can recover and get back out there. Believe it or not, November 3rd was when this hunt was recorded, and I had missed him early that morning. Came back with a great attitude. Like I said, I knew there was another buck in that area, and that evening, believe it or not, I had him at 80 yards, the bigger buck in the area. So, you know, you really never know, but I could tell you for sure, the hunter is going to battle his mind, and if you can't control it as a hunter, you're already setting yourself lower and lower. So do everything you can to win the battle upstairs, and just know that they're just deer. They're going to mess up, and if you keep doing the right things and putting your time in and scouting and learning how to get in the right spots, it will happen. It may not happen this year. You know, like for me, this archery season ended up without filling a tag, but you know, I have a standard. I want to shoot mature bucks, and like I said, there's sometimes is a win in the failures. So I've came a long ways. I'm getting good footage, and I even go on to hit the bigger buck a few days later without recovery. So it was just one of them seasons for me. But I still like to put it out there. I love to give the mindset to the other fellow hunters. I hear people all the time, you know, getting depressed with even spooking a buck, or you know, finally saw a big one and you know, didn't get them, and that's going to happen more times than not. I need, you know, to just put out there and make clear for a lot of people that your successes are going to come, but not if you get down on yourself or don't believe in yourself as a hunter. It may not be this year, but it'll make it that much better when you do finally get to grab the horns, and just enjoy the process. That's all I got to say. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and I'll be making more. This is definitely my best, you know, content with the buck and in the video, and getting that close range, or you know, snort wheeze, and just some action packed. But I do have more footage, so stay tuned. We'll be pumping it out.